Adam thought he was doing everything right. He was hitting the gym 5 days a week. He started dressing better. He got a better car, worked on his posture, even practiced speaking with more confidence. And slowly something changed, not just in him, but in how people responded to him. Women started noticing. Compliments came in. A few even reached out first. On the surface, it felt like a victory. But underneath, something didn't feel right. The same women who once ignored him now wanted to be around him, but they didn't stay. They showed interest, flirted a little, then vanished. It was like he had become a fantasy, not a man. Here's what no one tells men like Adam. Self-improvement done with the wrong motive pushes women away. Yes, it gives you attention. Yes, you might get compliments. But that doesn't always translate to desire or commitment or respect. Adam's mistake wasn't the gym. It wasn't the new car. It was the reason he started in the first place. You see, deep down, Adam didn't feel like he was enough. He felt weak. He felt overlooked. He believed that if he could just build the right body or present the right image, women would finally take him seriously. So when he stepped into the gym, it wasn't to become stronger. It was to become wanted. But women can sense this, especially women like Eve. Eve wasn't stupid. She noticed the muscles, the confidence, the way Adam walked into a room. But after a few dates, she started to feel something strange, like everything he was built for her. He looked good, but he didn't believe he was good. That's the paradox. The more effort Adam put in to get women, the more he unknowingly repelled the kind of women who see through the mask. Because Eve didn't want a man still chasing validation. She didn't want a project. She didn't want a man building himself in hopes of being chosen. She wanted a man who already knew he was enough, with or without her. Adam thought he had value because of what he built. But value isn't built just on the outside. You can sculpt the perfect body and still crumble at the first sign of rejection. You can have a six-pack and still need constant validation. You can drive a luxury car and still feel like you're not worthy unless someone claps for you. And when Eve saw that, she backed away. This is what many men never understand. Self-improvement is powerful, but only if it comes from a place of self-respect, not insecurity. The gym should be about strength, not seduction. Success should be about building a life, not baiting affection. Confidence should be grounded, not performative. When Adam looked in the mirror, he liked what he saw, but he still didn't believe in the man staring back. He hoped that maybe if he looked the part, he could finally feel the part. But feelings don't come from how others respond to you. They come from how much you accept yourself, especially when no one's looking. That's why Eve didn't stick around, because women like Eve don't fall for a man's surface. They test his depth. And when she tested Adam, when she pulled back, when she questioned him, when she tried to see what was behind the abes and the swagger, what she found was a man still unsure of himself. Not because he wasn't trying, but because his entire identity was built for her, not for himself. That's the problem with what's called the feedback loop. Adam started doing the right things for the wrong reasons. And when the world gave him positive feedback, when women responded, when strangers noticed, he mistook it for internal growth. But it wasn't. It was just a mirror reflecting his performance. And once the applause fades, once no one compliments you, what are you left with? That's what Eve saw. A man who needed the world's approval, to feel like a man? The irony? The more Adam needed women to like him, the more it made them lose interest. Women don't want to be your motivation for self-worth. They want to be inspired by your independence, not needed for your validation. And the hardest part? Most of the attention Adam was getting wasn't from women who respected him. It was from women who saw an opportunity to get pleasure, to use his attraction, to feed their own ego. But they weren't staying. They weren't choosing him long term, because they could see Adam wasn't whole. He was performing wholeness. There's a difference. When a man trains because he wants to be strong for himself, for his discipline, for his health, that's attractive. When a man builds success because he wants to lead his life, not because he hopes someone finally loves him, that's real confidence. And when a man knows who he is before anyone claps for him, that's magnetic. That's the man women like Eve don't just notice, they respect. So here's the truth Adam finally learned. If you improve for women, they will sense it and disappear. If you improve for yourself, some women will leave, and that's a good thing. Because the ones who only wanted you when you became someone were never meant to love the man you truly are. Self-improvement isn't supposed to make you more likable. It's supposed to make you more you, stronger, calmer, smarter, more peaceful, more present. It's supposed to make you proud when you're alone, not just when you're seen. And when that happens, when your internal state matches your external growth, you don't need to chase anyone, because the right people will feel it, and the wrong ones will quietly fade. So to the men listening, don't build yourself to get her. Build yourself so that even if she never comes, you're still the man you were meant to be. Because when that happens, when you stop performing and start being, that's when the right one will come. Not because you needed her to feel complete, but because you already were. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're tired of fake advice and want the truth every man needs to hear.